Well, hello, hello, hello to all you wisdom walkers out there, star watchers, those of you who are committed to being a part of creating a new earth and a new experience of being human, one that is primarily focused on being of love and loving. Yeah, yeah. This is Jojopah Maria and Saroma coming to you with the Wisdom Walks Astrology for Self Mastery. And I'm going to give you information about what's going on for the first 11 days of November because this month has a total of 30 aspects that I'm going to be sharing with you. And yeah, it's a lot. Some days have more than one, but for the most part, every day in November, the planets are coming together, going apart, being in opposition, being joyful in conjunction and trining. But for the first 11 days, there are it's a lot of tight energy. I think we have about 5 oppositions and 1 square. And then two trines and a sextile. That's a lot for the first 11 days. So if you've been feeling, as I have, and so many other people that I know, just like you're coming out of your skin, or, unexpected things happen that spin you around and you're like, oh my God, what am I going to do? And how am I going to do this? Just know that you are not alone. This is definitely what's going on. And, we get to choose how we want to be with this energy. Of course, there's horrific stuff going on in the world in terms of war, in terms of, storm stuff, climate change stuff that's still happening. There was an earthquake in Nepal where many people died. They still haven't been able to get up into the mountain regions where a lot of people were living in that affected area. So yeah, it's a really tough time. And so, I'm just like, yeah, lots of prayer, lots of being still, lots of, being present. And I decided to keep on my Avengers t-shirt because, yeah, remembering the message of what it means to be a superhero, a wounded superhero who's choosing to go and do the right thing, to be on the right path. So without further ado, I am going to take you through this astrology, starting off with the quotes that I found for November from 2 of my favorite astrologers out there. The first is from Narayana Montufar, and she says, beginning just 4 days after the last eclipse of 2023, November is a decisive month concerning the integration of the challenges and changes brought by eclipse season. While important shifts will continue to occur this month, they will have a very different flavor, while also providing opportunities for beginning to grow in a new direction. But in order to begin walking these new paths, we will have to practice great discernment. Yeah, that is the truth. And then from Lena Stevens from The Power Path, she says, this is a huge month of personal growth and evolution. Because of the action component, you have the opportunity to move into new directions, new expressions of self, new relationships, and action steps to begin manifesting new ideas and projects. Internal questioning, a bit of confusion and uncertainty, and a true desire to improve and evolve are all part of the picture this month. Remember to keep a don't know mind, especially around situations need to change, but you don't have the clarity yet as to how. Be patient with yourself and others and try and be as present as possible with your own process. It's all there. It's just all there and so wonderful. to help us know. So yeah, we went through those eclipses, stuff was taken away, but stuff was poured in. So now we're in a position for newness. We're coming to the final month. December will be of this nature year. So yeah, game on. Game on. Like, it is just time. So let's start jumping back to Thursday, November the 2nd. And on this day, we had two aspects. The first one being the Sun in Scorpio opposing Jupiter, which is retrograde in Taurus. As it says here, this is a day to be discerning about what is showing up for you. This energy brings a clash of egos. There may also be a difficulty to face what tests you, but through rising to the challenge, it will bring forth significant growth and development within you. As you bring illumination toward whatever issues or barriers you need to work through, you will be able to figure out how to cultivate improvement in all areas of your life. Again, so we open the month with a real tight energy. Yeah, and that makes sense after those eclipses. And then on the same day, we have Vesta, which is an asteroid. It's the brightest and largest asteroid in the sky, and it is retrograding in Cancer. Just a reminder that Vesta is named for the Vestal Virgins of ancient Rome, who were keepers of the sacred flame. If a Vestal chosen at age 6 was allowed the flame to go out, she was beaten. Vestals took a vow of chastity for 30 years, at the end of which they were set free and then answered to no man. This gave them a unique status in Roman times, and why the term virgin was often used to describe a woman who belonged to herself. Isn't that beautiful? And so Vesta represents our fire within that empowers us to achieve our sacred contracts with home and family. When retrograde in Cancer, there's an increased focus on one specific domestic issue. It could be something from the past or something right now, but it's to do with home, family, or core needs. That one area may receive a tremendous amount of attention during this period. And the period is from Thursday, November the 2nd, all the way through December 20th. Yeah. So an interesting one to keep in mind as we're moving through, again, all this tight energy and things are being pushed up, the deep emotional pain being pushed up, because we are in what, according to the dagger wisdom I keep, is a double water month. Yeah, November's no joke. So now on Friday the 3rd, the day after, we go into Venus and Virgo opposing Neptune retrograde in Pisces. And this transit can cause problems with relationships and finances. Again, another tight energy. You are more likely to fall victim to predators who seek to take advantage of your caring and accepting nature under this confusing and deceptive influence. This aspect has us putting on our rose-colored glasses as we see what we want to see, not what's actually there. So again, another aspect of caution. And as in the quotes I read to you, that call for discernment. Like, we really have to be checking ourselves, making sure we're not wanting something to be right when it really ain't right. Yeah. Then we move to Saturday, November the 4th. And this is the big energy movement for these first 11 days. And this is about Saturn going forward in Pisces. But I wanted to remind you that Saturn went retrograde in Pisces on June the 17th. So it's been in retrograde. I'm a Pisces, and yeah, I know it truly has been retrograde. So the meaning of Saturn retrograde, Saturn in Pisces is our opportunity to get clarity around our deepest dreams. When Saturn is retrograde, you may want to take the time to reflect on those dreams. During this retrograde, we may question the world. Why do things have to be this way? Saturn in Pisces can be a tough time, yes, particularly when something or someone we strongly felt was real and reliable is no longer there. We can also look at the other side and see this as a time when we can bring Piscean things like dreams and fantasies to fruition. Try not to obsess over being so on top of every little thing in your life. This is your chance to wing it with your plans and take the pressure off yourself. So that's your information about what the retrograde was. And now we move into what Saturn going direct in Pisces may hold for us. With Saturn going direct, we feel a sense of renewal and second chances, particularly in regard to themes we've been struggling with this summer and fall. Saturn in Pisces involves our collective place in the world and how we can be most compassionate and empathetic selves, our most compassionate and empathetic selves. Pisces energy often feels intuitive, dreamlike, and reflective. As a final sign of the zodiac, Pisces is focused on the past as much as the future. The planet of responsibility, which is Saturn, will be stationing direct in dreamy Pisces and will add a bit of substance and direction to our most abstract desires. Yes. You know, as a Piscean, and I'm not a real Pisces. I kind of think my sister's is more that. But I definitely have a lot of those tendencies. Also, I have a niece-in-law, very Piscean. And so it seems like we always procrastinate and we're not following through or getting enough done and da 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 da. But really what it is that we're so connected to, you know, this higher consciousness. We feel all of the astrological energies, you know, all the different signs, because Pisces is the final one. So it's a culmination of everything, you know, Taurus, Cancer, Leo, Scorpio, Libra, you know, all of that, you know, filters through Pisces. And so what's really good about Saturn in Pisces, because Saturn is the great taskmaster, the great former of foundations and frameworks, it can help us really put some meat on the bones of our dreams and desires and hopes and wishes. It can help us really connect with the people, the places, the supports, the ideas even that we need so that we can move forward into really having these things manifest. Yeah. So even though it can be tough, you know, because Saturn and Pisces are it's like an oxymoron, you know, it's like, how can those two get along? But truly, we have gifts for each other. You know, we help Saturn to not be as, how can I say, inconsiderate in what it does, that it has a little more compassion and trying to get things in order, right? And get order into form. Again, it really is a good aspect, but it can be a hard one. So let me read this couple of quotes to you that I thought would also be helpful in explaining about the significance of Saturn going direct. First is from astrologer Lisa Stardust, and she says, our recent bouts of introspection will finally pay off. The retrograde of Pisces and Saturn gave us time to reflect, allowing us to notice how we can improve for the better. This is true. Saturn's direct motion will make us feel we have a second chance to right our wrongs. We can fix issues we've been experiencing at work and in relationships, and even create structure and commit to a routine. And I second that. I have been able to get into a wellness routine that I've been dreaming about for a long time. And although we have been avoiding responsibility, she goes on to say, we can level up by regaining our sense of duty and obligation. And it really is first to ourselves. And that's what this aspect has been teaching me. Yeah. Next quote comes from August Croft, a new astrologer I found online. And he says, do you feel as if you've been revisiting or recalling important life lessons since this summer? That's because Saturn, the responsible, mature, and occasionally ruthless ringed planet, began a retrograde cycle back in mid-July. We've likely all been introspective, contemplating our place in the world and all of our responsibilities. Saturn will once again station direct and begin moving forward through the constellation of Pisces, where it will remain until 2026. Yeah, Pisces people out there, we got 2 more years. And everybody, we got 2 more years. This planet has been in retrograde for some time, since June 17th, but retrogrades, particularly Saturn retrogrades, are important. They allow us to look inward, placing us in a unique position to discern how we've improved, as well as what improvements might still need to be made. Yes. So, again, think back to the 4th of this month and realize that a really big shift has happened, and that you're going to get more access to that second chance of righting wrongs, straightening things up, getting into balance, and also renewing. And that's very much the experience that I'm having, the track that I'm on with this energy. So I hope that you take full advantage of it as well and help yourselves out. Yeah, it's good stuff. So let's move on, because we had another aspect that occurred on the same day of November 4th. And this was again another tight energy, another opposition. This was Mercury in Scorpio opposing Uranus, which is still retrograde in Taurus. Expect the unexpected today, as any type of monster or ghoul can jump out from the darkness and give you a fright. Scattered, intense energy as unexpected turmoil could have us feel rushed and chaotic. Use your cunning to protect yourself from mayhem. Breathe through the tension. And remember, tensions in life are here to provide friction so we evolve and grow. Acceptance. Yeah. And I know a couple of people that had some unexpected stuff jump up. I've had a little bit of car stuff creeping in. And I realized, I'm like, okay, let me accept it, because probably wasn't supposed to go where I thought I was supposed to go in this car today. Or it may be pulling you off of a track that you were going down, in terms of a job, in terms of a relationship, in terms of how you're eating, and putting you onto the right track. So even though it's a tight energy, it really is one that has come to help us, better understand and, get back into that renewal and regeneration and back to balance. So moving forward to this past Monday, the 6th, we had Venus in Virgo trining Pluto in Capricorn. Powerful and uplifting time for new insights into relationships and love. Strong attractions may occur, leading to relationships that are intense and deep, but not draining. This influential aspect will help you win over people and authority figures by giving out compliments versus judgment. Yeah. And, Venus likes being in Virgo, and even though it's Pluto in Capricorn, as it says here, it's powerful and uplifting. And boy, did we need that after those oppositions and stuff that were showing up. So, yeah. And on the same day, we got another trine, another flow energy. This one was Mercury in Scorpio trining Neptune, which is retrograde in Pisces. I forgot that. Yeah. And it's a good day to trust our intuition as we comb through other people's words to get to the truth. Read the fine print very carefully before signing anything today, however. So again, it's like that discernment energy, being able to use that to your benefit. And again, just slowing down, breathing, let me take my time, let me read the fine print, and not put myself into a situation where I will regret it later on. Yeah. So on Wednesday, today, November the 8th, today when I am streaming this, we have Venus entering Libra. Now, Venus enters one of her favorite signs of Libra. And when Venus is happy, everyone is happy. In the coming weeks, we will just feel at ease with life, ourselves, and others. Venus in Libra wires us to be receptive to others, to open our hearts to love and affection. So, this is a good time for social activities and for anything to do with relationships. And as you know, we are heading toward the holiday season and the ending of the year. And so this Venus in Libra energy can serve us very, very well. Yeah. And we have to choose to be celebratory based on everything that's going on in the world. We do still have to choose to celebrate. Yeah. So also today we have Mercury in Scorpio sextiling Pluto in Capricorn. So another flow energy. This aspect may bring great intensity to our thinking, ideas, and communications. This can be an auspicious day for deep conversations, studying, or investigating facts. Or if you're in the process of writing a book or creating something, yeah, you're going to feel that creative juice really flowing very powerfully. Our powerful insight can be utilized to cut to the heart of matters, as well as persuade others to join our cause. And so if you're needing some support for what it is that you are creating, what it is you're manifesting, this is a good day to give yourself permission to ask for that support. Yeah. And that's the elemental week we're in is all about that, about receiving support. We're in an Earth week. Yeah. So tomorrow, as we move into Thursday, and let me just pause for a second. I see a comment. There's Carmen Ray checking in from Arizona. Hey, Carmen. Wonderful, wonderful. A lot of these messages are just for you, my darling. Just for you. Yes. So tomorrow we have Mercury entering Sagittarius. And this is another really good shift that is going on. Mercury again is about communication. It's about messaging from on high as well. So from November 9th to December 28th, toward the end of the year, the energy of this aspect can help us open our minds to new ideas and possibilities. Woohoo! This is a great period for telling your truth, pursuing higher-minded interests, saying yes to new things, and doing whatever you can to broaden your horizons. Communication and ideas become optimistic, outspoken, and even humorous. Folks, I can't tell you how important this is. So important. Carmen's saying, yes, I'm grateful. Yes, yes, yes. She gets it. She gets it. The reason that it's important that you understand that the planetary aspects, the planetary movements and shifts and combinations in the sky above us really bring an energy we can choose to tap into or not. And this aspect especially, you've got from tomorrow all the way through the end of December to really give yourself permission to open yourself up to something new, to something different, to something more beyond the boundaries of what you have been believing, understanding, living, knowing, Yeah. And again, only you can choose that. Well, I'm just a messenger. I'm just letting you know the energy's out there, and it's going to be out there for over a month, almost 2 months for you to open up to something new. Yeah. So give yourself permission to do that. We all need to do that. I'm doing that. I'm totally there. So here's another quote to share with you about this beautiful energy. It comes from, of course, Astro Butterfly, my favorite astrologer. She says, sometimes we need a good Sagittarius story. Mercury in Sagittarius is the storyteller of the zodiac. When Mercury is in Sagittarius, our mind becomes more imaginative and explorative. Our communication more colorful and engaging. Our perspective of the world broadens, and we start to see the world through the Sagittarian lens of possibilities and adventures. Whoop woo! Whoop woo! Yes, and Carmen saying, "My goodness, yes, 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 yes." Like this is a time, folks, to really, realize that the dreams you're holding inside of you, the desires you're holding inside of you, are meant to come to fruition, and it will happen in the right way at the right time. You don't need to manage that. You just need to work on believing that you can have it and keeping yourself in an open posture. And gratitude does that the best. I was just preaching about that in my Wisdom Walk talk, for the last 2 weekends. The power of gratitude, to give yourself permission to be grateful, focus on what you have right now, knowing that what you're desiring is coming. Because if you can't be grateful for what you have now, you can't even recognize the new when it comes in. Yeah, absolutely. So good luck with that. Really work on that consciously, to say, I'm open to receive. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Every day in every way. Yes. So let's move now to Friday the 10th. And on this day, we have another tight energy. This one is a square, and it's between Mercury in Sagittarius, squaring Saturn in Pisces. A day of misunderstanding and frustration, as it'll be hard to put your thoughts into words. You're better off doing things on your own. So to me, this sounds definitely like a time to just kind of do some chill out on Saturday. Try not to, force things into happening, and whatever it is that you can do, do it. Don't put yourself into a position where you're trying to, get somebody else involved. To me, this means like stay in your own lane, focus on you. Carmen said it's true, and do what it is that you need to do, because people are crazy right now. It's a hard time. It's a hard time. And especially for people who have not been, doing their work, wisdom walking, and doing their introspective work. It's a very, very hard time, and scary, very scary. So it's easy for there to be misunderstanding and frustration. Do not take it personally. It really has nothing to do with you, but just don't engage. Stay away from it. Stay away from it. Yeah. And then last but not least, the final aspect I want to share with you is November the 11th, this Saturday, and it is another tight energy. This opposition from Mars in Scorpio, opposing Uranus, again, still retrograde in Taurus. And as it says here, be very careful during this accident-prone aspect. This day holds an unpredictable energy that can instigate recklessness. You probably will do well to stay away from spontaneous road trips and quick hookups. Yeah, and some of you out there know exactly what that means. Yeah. So although it's a tight energy, again, it has purpose. It's trying to help us really just be cautious and realize that, when you got all that kind of tight energy going on, it's really not the time to think that you should be getting out there and starting something up. This is a time to go in, be still, do your gratitude prayers, and just chill. Yeah, you don't have to think that you got to take stuff on right now. Yeah, just be patient, because after we get through the new moon, which is going to happen on Monday coming up, after we get through that, and I will do a special spill on just the new moon energy and a couple of the aspects after it. But then once we get into the 15th, That's when things in November begin to start to move a little smoother, move forward a little better. And then we don't have a full moon until the very end of the month on the 27th. So, yeah, it's just a time right now with all of those tight energies that I shared with you to really, but again, we've gotten the promise of, really good things coming. And that's a great blessing. Oh my goodness, I'm so sorry. I left out one aspect on Saturday. Woo! It's Mars in Scorpio opposing Jupiter, which is retrograde in Taurus. And as it says, although this energy supports taking risk and being determined to win at all costs, do not give in to cutting corners, playing dirty, or being manipulative. This will only come back to haunt you when you least expect it. And again, it just goes right along with what I was saying before. I thought I was almost done, which is, this is a time to chill out. Don't engage in the crazy. Just leave it alone, let it go. Yeah, absolutely. Wait a minute. Is there one more? Did I forget something, or am I going crazy here? Hold on for 1 second, folks. No? Oh, no. Okay. This is not supposed to be in here. We don't have to worry about this one. Yeah. This one is, let me make sure though. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, just those two. And just those two, that's enough, right? I think I had some slides on there from last month that I forgot to exit out to take off. So that's why I did that. But anyway, thank you so much for listening in. Just a little plug for my book. And I hope that, you are taking it easy, definitely tapping into believing that you can have your happy endings and dreams come true and fulfillment is right around the corner. And yet give yourself permission to just take a chill. Just take it easy. Yeah. And trust the process. It's all going to be better. So I will be back again to let you know about this new moon in Scorpio. Again, it's a little tight new moon, but still, new moons are about new beginnings. And again, there's a lot of old energies and pain coming up right now. So please take care of yourself. Nurture yourself. Nurture others. Take it easy. Give yourself time to rest. And and trust the process. It's going to be okay. Thank you again, and I look forward to talking to you very soon. Bye-bye now.